Welcome to another podcast of the current situation of Manchester United. It's been a while I've been doing videos. I've been taking a break. To be honest, I haven't felt like doing videos, and I'm back with another video today. Let's talk about the transfers of Manchester United's current dealings with the transfer market. So we have signed Cunha from Wolverhampton, but we still need to work on our attacking prowess because our attacking prowess is very lacking, and that is very telling based on last season. Last season we couldn't find the back of the net, man. So we have to get some more attackers in. Like I know that we're linked to Mbuemo, Mbeumo from Brentford City, but Brentford City and Manchester United playing ping pong right now. We're not able to sort out a permanent deal for him because obviously they're trying to get more money from Manchester United. And based on what I'm hearing, Ineos and Sir Jim Ratcliffe is not bending to their will. So there is a cause of tension in that situation. They're not agreeing on terms. So if we don't agree on terms with this player, this freckle free this this freckle faced bridging from Cameroon, this striker from Cameroon that plays for Bedford City, we have to have a plan B. Who is our plan B? Because look, man, and I've said this to the thing is this: we're going to be having problems with the transfer window this transfer window. Why? Because in getting players, because we number one, we are not getting no European football whatsoever. We finish 16th place. I think a lot of us are coming to realization that that is very trash to be finishing 16th place and you are Manchester United. We cannot be finishing 16th place in the Premier League and expect to get signings just like that. It don't work like that. And so this is what we have to accept if we want to make proper signings. If we go make proper signings, the players that we're going to sign, they're going to be here for money. They're not going to be here to win Champions League next season. Why? Because we're not in the Champions League for next season. We're not. And this side needs a do-over from scratch, preferably. We know that our attack is in the works right now. Where, like I mentioned, we signed Cunha from Wolverhampton, but we still need more signings. We need a proper striker. This Mbeumo bridging from Bradford City. Bradford City is trying to play hardball with Manchester United, trying to get more money from us for this player. The thing is that if it was Chelsea, hell, if it was Man City, and Man City is not going to send a strike like that. But I'm saying if other clubs were in for Mbeumo and they were trying to sign him for the amount of money that we were trying to sign him for, we'd have gone already. We'd have gone just like that. Not because of only Champions League football or whatever, but it's because they know that those clubs will not bend to Brentford. Manchester United is known to be a club, as much money that we have, is known to be a club that will bend just to get a player. We know that. Let's not play coy as if that is that, like we don't do that. We will bend. We'll put on our own pants to sign a player, man. Let's be real about that, and see if we go stick with this bending down backwards and signing player for hefty money and them getting hefty wages per week. That is going to kill our reputation. This is why we have Ineos, and we signed a director of football or whatever, because we need someone that has the wit, the skills, the soft skills to work out deals in our favor so that we can be the one that's controlling things. Obviously, there's a control struggle between Manchester United and Bradford City. That is the reason why we haven't signed this brethren from Bradford City. It's because they're trying to play hardball. We have some players that we need to sell in relation to our attackers. We know who they are. Jadon Sancho, which I might get into in a second. Marcus Rashford, as we know, it should have been sold at least 4 years ago. and he's still a Manchester United player. He's still under the tent, under the wings, under the premises of Manchester United. Why? Because we have failed to sell him. Albeit that his wages is high in the sky. This version getting like about 350k per week. 300. So of course it's going to be kind of difficult. Plus he's English. Plus it's going to be difficult to just sell him like that. It's not going to be easy selling him like that. And that's why we have had problems selling him. So yes, we need to sell Sancho. We need to sell Marcus Rashford. We need to sell Anthony. No, Anthony had a good sting at Real Betis, and that is why I believe we should. That is more reason to sell him, because the Premier League is not for him. He's not suited for the Premier League. He's not a Premier League type player. So we should not be keeping this brethren that is burning our wages per week, and he's not playing well per week, and he's not even getting games per week. So why keep him? Why keep him around just to be keeping him for keeping him sake? Sell this guy to Betis or some other side apart from Betis in La Liga. Sell him to La Liga. Let him go play his football in La Liga. We know that there is a player in Anthony, but that player is not going to come out in the Premier League. He's not. He's not suited for the Premier League. He's not. There are some persons that say we need to sell Garnacho. I'm not the biggest supporter of Garnacho, but I have stated, and I've publicly stated, that I believe Garnacho should be a bench player. He should not be a starting player. So, say by me saying that, I would have liked to keep him as a bench player. But if his attitude is not worked on, man, then this bridger needs to go to the first club that wants to sign him. I don't care if it's Preston North End. I don't even care if it's Birmingham City. If there's a club that wants this guy and they're giving him proper money for this guy, we need to sell this guy. We need to sell him. Because we're not going to see, this is the thing. This is why players get the skinny on us on Manchester United. They take advantage of us, Manchester. It's because we allow these players to believe they are better than they actually are. We allowed them to think that. Why? How we do that? I'll tell you how. And we know already how. But I must say how again. It's because we give them wages. We bend to their demands just to keep them happy. But we're not keeping them hungry. That is why we're playing. One of the reasons why we're not playing the way we're supposed to play, man, because we're not hungry enough. We don't have the hunger of a lion. It's me. We have the appetite of our mastiff. We can't be content in being mediocre. Yes, me. Jadon Sancho seems as though he doesn't want to play football no more. Juventus is in for him. But we know the Juventus now no money. The old ladies now no money. They have a retirement home to sponsor. That is why they are known as the old ladies, because they have a retirement home for old ladies, and old ladies need to be looked after. You see me? They need to be cared for. So we know the money is going to that firm. So we know they don't have no money to sign Jadon Sancho like that. You understand? So but if they are saying they want to sign for 15 mil. 15 mil is good, but what about the wages though? We know this Virgin doesn't want to cut his wages. This Virgin has not been actively playing football since 2023. Since his fallout with former Manchester United manager Eric Ten Hag. We know Jadon Sancho is a very good player, but this Virgin is acting as if he doesn't like playing football. Like this brethren is just living off a paycheck after paycheck. He's like the co-worker at your work job. Doesn't do much. He's just there for the paycheck. That's all he's there for. Nothing else. Just for the paycheck. This is not the attitude of a player we need at Manchester United, man. And this guy is just 25. This brethren is just a suckling, and he's just 25. And this is the way he's acting. As dude, at this age, you're supposed to be making your name well known. But say Jadon Sancho, the reason why Jadon Sancho can get away with it is because he's been making his name as a proper player ever since he was in his late teens at Dortmund. But now for the last 4 years, man, when we signed him from Dortmund, he has not he has not adopted to Manchester. He has not played well for Manchester United. He has not. He is a certified flop at this point, and that is not something that can be refuted, man. Everybody knows that. Your grandmother knows that. Your unborn baby knows that. That Jadon Sancho is a flop, a Manchester United flop. There's a reason why Chelsea not signed him permanently, and he didn't even do bad this last season, based on what I saw of him doing being at Chelsea last season. And as I recall, when he was at Dortmund on that short loan spell from January to May, he didn't do bad either. But they didn't want to sign him because number one, his wages is in the sky. His wages is sky high, so they can't sign him because Dortmund don't have no money like that. And second, they probably don't want to sign him again. They don't want to sign him again. Probably he's not the same player as he once was. So Dortmund wanted to cop that duty onto themselves. They want to leave that duty to Manchester United because we signed him from them. So they don't want to sign him from us. This is not like a Mikasa Sukasa situation. So, but yeah, Jadon Sancho needs to go though. He needs to go. He's not, dude. We need hungry players at Manchester United. We don't need the players who have to be the best players. They don't have to be the most they have to be enthusiastic and talented, but they don't have to be the most flashiest of players. They don't have to be the best of players. We need players that really wants to play for Manchester United, play for the badge, although this is not a badge, but play for the badge and show out to represent this club, so that we can get back European football and play the football that we're supposed. Oh, look at my muscle! That we're supposed to be playing at an optimum and at the top level. For Manchester United not to be getting Champions League football or European football, man, that is like classifying United States as a third world country. I mean, what the hell would do? What the hell? So that is why we're going to have a difficult time getting signings in this transfer window. And again, if we get signings, man, let us not act as if these signings are here just because they want to be at Manchester United, man. I mean, maybe some of them do, but you can basically tell if they really want to be at the club, based on their wage demands. If they are demanding a high amount of wages, that is how you know that they're playing for money. If their wages is decent and they're content with the decent wages that they're getting per week, then that is where you can say to yourself, okay, seems as though he wants to play for Manchester United despite getting some money per week. I mean, dude, one thing we need to remember is this, we have players at this club that are getting high wages and they're not even playing proper football. They're not playing their best football. And you look at clubs like Liverpool, Konate, the defender Konate is on about 74k per week. Konate is a proper defender. And you look at our players, these players are not on the Konate's level, and they're getting more wages than him. When Trent was at Liverpool before he went to Real Madrid, this Belgian was getting at least about 60. I don't even know what the exact amount, but he wasn't getting six figures per week though. He wasn't. He was getting 5 figures per week. And we have players that are not on Trent's level that are getting 6 figures per week. So that is where we need to be more suave with our negotiations, man. I know it's easier said than done. I know, but it gives us a black eye though, because that is where players and them agents are trying to get the skinny off of us. They're trying to take advantage of us because they know that we want the best players. We know that we want better players than the players that we have right now. So they're trying to take advantage of that, and that is due to the price of the player and the wages of the player. Like and subscribe to the channel if you've been watching up until this point. Like and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think, man. Because yeah, man, Jadon Sancho, bro. Jadon Sancho doesn't. I don't even think he's playing enough football no more. He's like in the Rashford category. You remember when we were talking about say Rashford don't like football no more. Whether or not Rashford likes football or not, we still need to sell this guy, man. We have to move forward. We have to move forward. Rashford needs selling. Garnacho, again, if he doesn't work on his attitude, this guy needs to go. Garnacho needs to go. What I'm 55% wanting him to stay and 45% wanting him to go. So I'm like in touching distance. It's not like it's far-fetched where I say, no, I want him to stay 100% or 89%. No. 55% want him to stay. Garnacho I'm talking about. 45% wanting him to leave. We need to be ruthless. We need to start selling players, bro. And it's going to be difficult selling these players because as I've mentioned, and some of you guys know this already, our players' wages, man, them way up so. So there are clubs that are they may be interested in these players, and they are interested in signing these players. But these players' wages, man, they can't keep up with these wages, man. Some of these wages, man, are the players, man, is like the full wages of some of the clubs that want these players, and the player they want from us. Those wages alone supersede the wages of all the players at one club. You see me? So that is one of the reasons, man, why we are having problems selling off these players. Manchester United very frustrated but confident of deal. So it says here that TBR football chief correspondent Graham Bailey has spoken to sources from both Brentford and Man United. Listen to this. Brentford sources are saying that talks are ongoing, while Man United sources say they are not paying extra but remain in talks and are confident of a deal. So they're trying to negotiate it. It's like, oh, and this is an example, by the way. This is not real life. I mean, we're not going to sign Mbeumo for $10 million. It's not going to happen. That's like the highest disrespect. I mean, back in the day, we could have signed this Bridget for 10 mil easily, but because of the inflation of the transfer market, with us signing Pogba, with Virgil van Dijk, with Coutinho and Dembele and Griezmann and all these high wages signings, persons are saying, well, if clubs are signing these players for all this money, and Neymar, of course, I can't leave out Neymar's transfer to PSG. I can't leave that out. Persons are saying, well, if there are clubs that are breaking the FFP to sign these players for hefty money, then sign a player for 10 mil, man. That's peanuts. We can't be signing no players for no 10 mil. So that is where the inflation comes in. That is why players that are even mediocre can be signed for like 50 mil, 45 mil, and they're not even English, because of the inflation of the transfer market. Now, going back to what I was reading from this TBR source, it is saying United are very frustrated, as is the player. Bailey exclusively told TBR Football, but again they are keeping pretty quiet officially. So yeah, they're oh yes, this is what I wanted to say. So Brentford and Man United are in negotiation talks. So basically, going back to my $10 million, £10 million, because this is England and they deal with pounds, that's their currency. So let's say if once and Mbeumo for 10 mil, we put in the 10 mil for Mbeumo, okay? Brentford reject and say no, we don't want 10 mil for Mbeumo. We want 15 mil for Mbeumo. But some Man United say, okay, let's give it 12 million pounds. Brentford say too low. Man United try again, they say 12, how about 12,500,000? Is it 12,500,000? Yeah, 500,000. Would that work? A bit too low. And they try again. It's like negotiation. It's like they're compromising. Because that's what negotiation is about. It's about compromise. Because if you don't compromise, nobody's not going to get. He's not going to get the best of the deal here. It has to be a compromise. But it has to be a compromise that one faction of the deal has to control. So if they compromise, they might say to themselves, okay, I'll increase it, but I'm not going to meet the demand that the previous demand. Like, for example, if they want 50 mil and it's no longer 10 mil, I'm a compromise, but I'm going to say I ain't going to give you 50 mil, I'm going to give you 30 mil. So that is the negotiation that Brentford and Manchester United is working out with the player. But like as I've said, man, dude, Mbeumo is not Messi, okay? He's not Messi from 2010. So if this Brethren doesn't want to sign, we should not be signing him. We should not be breaking our box like the camel that we are trying to sign this guy. We have to have different options. If this guy is trying to reject us, man, don't waste our time, because it's almost the end of July and we haven't even gotten nearly the amount of players we need to get. We got 2 players already in the transfer window. I think at least 2 or 3. And there are players that have left the club. Victor Lindelof has left the club. Christian Eriksen has left the club. Who else have left? I think Heaton also left the club. And I think a few others have left the club. So we have spaces. Still, we need to sell players. Let's not get that twisted. We still need to sell players. We still need to sign players, bro. And we have like at least 1 more month. And even during that one more month, the Premier League start. The Premier League season starts in the middle of August. And it's like the middle of July now. So we like have 1 more month. And we're not even close. Why am I always doing this? Like I'm trying to measure myself or something. But we haven't made this the sign, all of the signings that we have had, and like I said, it's going to be difficult for us to make them signs because we don't have no European football. When we don't have European football, our club looks ugly. We are unappealing. But the only appeal that we have, like the tricks when it comes on to a woman, you know, tricks give money to women, although those tricks are unattractive. The money makes them look attractive, and they're not. So that is why some of the players will come to us for the money, because we have a lot of money. But we don't have the pull like Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man City. Man City have money, but they don't have the history that we have. Yeah, we have history, but that is not in play with getting signings now, man. It's about what's happening now. So if you're a proper club now, then you can make signings. If you're not a proper club now, it's going to be more difficult for you to make signings. But if you have a lot of money, a lot of cheese that appease and attracts the eye of the player and the agent, then you guys can work out a deal. But for Manchester United, man, that's the power struggle we're having with this negotiation right now with Brentford, is because Brentford wants more money for a player that is not world class. He's not world class. He had a very good season last season, was one of the top scorers, yes. But this Virgin ain't no Van Persie, man. This Virgin ain't Wayne Rooney. This Virgin is not even. This guy is not even Carlos Tevez, not even close, or Alexis Sanchez. This Virgin is not none of these players, and Brentford is moving as if this player is not even as good as Ivan Toney, and they sold Ivan Toney last year. They sold Ivan Toney last year after his ban. So he went to Saudi Arabia to play ball, wherever he went to play ball, and he's balling there. He's winning a lot of goals. But it's Virgin the same player as Ivan Toney. And Ivan Toney, I'm pretty sure we could have signed Ivan Toney by now. If you're being honest. I think we could have signed Ivan Toney by now. Maybe it could have been still the same difficult because we don't have no European football. You understand? So it goes back to what I'm saying, bro. Goes back to what I'm saying. We are having problems with making proper transfer deals. Now let me talk about Garnacho. Manchester United are reportedly considering a surprise player swap involving Alejandro Garnacho and a Chelsea star. Now who's this Chelsea star? Stop right there. He no Chelsea star. That's gimmick. That's you're trying to fool the reader, man. Cause if he was a Chelsea star, why Chelsea trying to sell him? No make no sense. I think I know it's who though. I believe it's what the guy name, and he's from France. Well, he plays for France. He may not be from, but he plays for. That's the country. I could be the player, but let's find out if he's a player. So Garnacho has not been short of interest, even though concrete bids for him have yet to arrive. So no proper official bid then, right? He has been linked to the likes of Napoli, Atletico Madrid, Bayer Leverkusen, Al Nassr. Al Nassr don't want to know Garnacho. Get the hell out of here, sir. Tottenham Hotspurs, Aston Villa, and of course Chelsea. The 21-year-old is believed to favour staying in the Premier League, with Chelsea high on his list thanks to their Champions League credentials. Wait, Chelsea playing the Champions League next season? Are they? Is it because they won the FIFA World Cup or what? FIFA Club World Cup. Is that the reason? Anyway, an appeal of a project that appears to be on the rise. Alright, I'll stop reading. Jack, bro, stop this madness. Stop this madness, bro. Don't let me go into a meltdown, man. We do not want no Jackson. We do not want Nicholas Jackson. We do not want no Jackson. You all keep Jackson over. We do not want no more Chelsea rejects. We do not want no more Chelsea, particularly a dude of Nicholas Jackson standing. Nicholas Jackson is not the striker that Manchester United is looking for. Number one, I could name 10 things off of my head just like that as to why we don't need this guy. But for time's sake, I'll just say this. This Virgin is not clinical in front of goal. This guy is sloppy with the ball at his foot. This Virgin does not have the highest IQ when one-on-one or in certain situations. This Virgin doesn't impose himself as a striker. And I'll leave it right there. We should not be signing this guy. We should not be signing this guy whatsoever. This is a bullet that we need to dodge. You guys can take Sancho if you want, but we're not taking no Jackson though. We're not taking no Jackson. We do not want Nicholas Jackson. Stop it. Knock it off. Go sit down, man. We do not want a player like Nicholas Jackson, bro. This guy's not good with the ball at his foot. Yes, he's fast, but he's not good with the ball at his foot. And again, he doesn't have the highest. Dude, listen, man. Liverpool has Nunez. So why should we have Nicholas Jackson? Why? Why should we become the punchline to this joke of signing a striker that is not really a striker? He's not a striker. This Virgin is not a natural born 100% striker. He's not. Because if he was, he would not be missing them chances he was missing for Chelsea last season. He's not a striker. I'm not saying he's not an attacker. He could be a winger. But he's not a striker. He's not. And even if he is a striker, this Virgin is a mediocre striker. We do not want any no more mediocre strikers, man. That is not the type of striker we want. Rasmus Hojlund needs someone to look up to at this club. A striker that has seniority. A striker that is proper in front of goal. A striker that is clinical. A striker that is essential, isn't it, in scoring goals. We do not want no mediocre striker that is a flop. I wouldn't even say he's a flop, but a mediocre striker that Chelsea is looking to sell just because he's not good enough. We should not be that club. We should not be that club. So if you want to sign Garnacho, go sign Garnacho. But we're not taking Jackson off of your books. We're not taking Jackson off of your books. You have to go keep Jackson. We do not want this guy nowhere near Manchester United. Apart from when we're playing against Chelsea. If he's still at Chelsea. But we're not going to sign him from Chelsea. You'll go keep him at Chelsea. Or someone else go sign him. And whoever sign him, good luck. More power to you. You're more than a man than Manchester United. Because we don't want this guy near Manchester United. So, good up on you if you go sign Nicholas Jackson. So that is me on uh, uh, Chelsea. Now let me see if there's anything I want to talk about in relation to signings. The Cantona of his generation wants to join Manchester United. He's needed more than Watkins. What the hell? Who is this Cantona? Because as far as I'm concerned, there's only one Cantona and he's not playing football right now. Watch it. Back in November, hear this. Back in November 1992, Manchester United completed the €1 million signing. €1 million. One. Not 100, not 150, not 101. €1 million signing of forward Eric Cantona. €1 million, you know. And if everything if Eric Cantona was in his prime now, this bridging would have cost at least 250 mil. Period. End of story. I wasn't alive to see this guy in his prime. I was an unknown. I wasn't even in existence. I wasn't even born. You understand? And this bridging was a ball at Manchester United even before he was at Manchester. That's why I was signing. In a deal that was certainly to one of the best in club's history. Okay. So the Frenchman scored 64 goals in his 143 appearances. That is, I wouldn't. 64 goals in 143 appearances. That's kind of bleaky. But persons know him because of his alpha male aura. Eric Cantona, because he's king. He carries himself like, okay. And goals ain't all that, man. I know he's a forward, man, but the thing is this, man. Eric Cantona was more like a false 9 / number 10. You understand? So we have to give him a blind that aspect of him not scoring much goals. But again, this Bridging played proper football, though. You have to watch him play football. This king, yeah. So he's known. So anyway, who is this new Eric Cantona? Because there's only one Eric Cantona that I know, and he's retired from football a long time ago. So who is this guy? Over the United have been linked with. Don't tell me that Nicholas Jackson is the new Cantona. Man, I'll mash up my computer. Don't man. Hey, don't try. Don't try that. Don't you ever try that. As Amorim looks to strengthen his front line ahead of the 25 man, I can't even talk. The 2025-2026 season. Dude, Nicholas Jackson is no Eric Cantona. Get the hell out of here, so what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I will take Watkins for Manchester United, but is Watkins really going to come to Manchester United? Yes, Manchester United is big in name, but again, bro, like I said, we don't have no European football. Oh, okay, so he's talking about Martinez. I thought it was Nicholas Jackson, but they're talking about Emil Martinez from Aston Villa, who happens to be a goalkeeper. So he's not a striker, he's not even an outfield player. He's a goalkeeper. Right now, I think we need another goalkeeper. I wouldn't even say he's Cantona of his generation. Just because he's doing his whatever, his shenanigans doesn't make him the Cantona of this era. Stop it, knock it off. Because before you have to be Cantona, you have to be Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and he's not even Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So don't even come with that. And persons are known to claim that Zlatan is the next Cantona, and Zlatan is down here, so and Cantona is up here, so let us not do that. So Martinez to Man United. As I'm wrapping up right now. I don't want this video to be too long. Nope. I don't want Emil Martinez at Manchester United. I mean, I like that he's unhinged. and he's been himself, but sometimes he does too much for me. I hope he doesn't get the move. Club icon believes Spurs undeserving of Barca move. I believe he's talking about Rashford, because I know Barcelona has been in the wings for Marcus Rashford lately. I'm not telling you, man, Marcus Rashford. So it says here, Hans Flick wants Rashford at Barcelona, and moves have been already made to bring him to the Spotify Camp Nou. But according to Manchester United icon Teddy Sheringham, the Catalans should not sign the You don't need no Manchester United legend to say that. You ask any proper football fan if Barcelona should sign Rashford, the current Marcus Rashford, in his current state. You think they go say yes, they should sign Marcus Rashford? Man, please. Barcelona can do away with Rashford. They don't need Marcus Rashford. They don't need Marcus Rashford. Rashford should not even be going to Real Madrid, Barcelona, not even Bayern Munich, not even PSG, not in the state that he's in right now. This virgin should stay at Aston Villa and stick with that football at Aston Villa. Or go to Tottenham, go to one of them English clubs, seeing that he's English. He should not be going to no Barcelona, no Real Madrid, no PSG, or not even PSV. No club out of England should be signing this guy. No club out of England should be signing this guy, man. Apart from him, him signing for some club in Celtic, not in Celtic, but some side in Scotland or something. But he should not be going to no Spain. No, sir. What the hell? Is an advertisement is going. I don't even understand what they're saying. I guess they're against the Rashford move too, because that's all in Spanish. But as I'm saying, as I wrap up this video, yeah, you don't need Sheringham to be telling you that Rashford should not be going to Bar. Dude, anybody can tell that, right? An unborn baby can tell that Barcelona don't need to sign Rashford. An unborn baby. So if an unborn baby can tell that they don't need Rashford, why the hell does Barcelona need to sign Rashford? Why? Barcelona, Rashford ain't go bench Rafinha. Please. He's definitely not going to the bench. He's definitely not going to be, well, he may be on the bench if they sign him, but he's not going to bench no Lamar. He's not going to bench no Lamar. It won't be easy for Rashford to get his dream move. Man, listen. Rashford is about 28 right now, or 27. Rashford has not been playing his best football for like 3 to 4 years now. What dream move should this virgin get that is deserving of his football form? And he has lost the ability to perform on big stages. There's a reason why Amorim wants to sell this guy, man. There's a reason why Amorim is dying to sell this guy. Going on bended knees, going on all fours. Pause. To sell this guy. He doesn't want this guy at Manchester United no more. He doesn't. We have seen different managers having their criticisms of Rashford. You understand? So this Brethren has no say. Like, dream move is not in his repertoire, or in his vernacular. That should not be on his head. For a guy that has been playing mediocre football for years. Yes, he got 30 goals in that infamous season of his, statistically, but realistically, man, that wasn't his best football. And even the seasons where he plays best football, he was inconsistent. So what we're talking about, why should we give this guy, why should this guy be gifted and be given a dream move when this guy has been playing mediocre football, inconsistent football for most of his football career? Don't make no sense. If anything, he can go to Barca B. I think Barca B is in Division 2. So if he wants to go to Barca B, then so be it. If Barca B have money, then Barca B go sign him. But he should not be signing for no Barcelona side in La Liga. That should not be happening. Not on this green earth. Not on this green earth, bro. Not on this green earth. I'm telling you. Not on this green earth, man. He should not be signing for. We should, man. Listen, man. Number one, he should not be at Manchester United, but we allowed him to stay here longer than he should have been. I know we're having problems selling this guy because of his wages, because of his attitude. We need to work on that ruthlessness, man. We need to be more cutthroat. Yeah, we have to. Yeah, we have to. You have to stop pampering these players, man. These players are players for a reason. They're not our kids. Okay, I believe I'll stop right there. That's it for me. So yeah, man, leave your comments down below on everything I've stated in this 40-minute video. I've been talking about attackers and our inability to sell some of these attackers, our inability to be signing some attackers, bringing some attackers into the side to push out the attackers that we need to sell. I've been speaking about our inability, why it's going to be difficult for us to make signings, and I've stated that in the video, because we are not in Champions League. We don't have no European football. You see me? So because we don't have no Champions League and we don't have no European football, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult for us to make signings. Our appeal is not that appealing. You see me? We don't have the same. Our pool game is not so strong as past years, as previous years. Because yes, when we were in the European League, we signed Pogba, we signed Mkhitaryan, we signed Zlatan, and we signed Eric Bailly. 4 proper signings. And 3 of those signings, 75% of those signings had the choice to go play Champions League football elsewhere for better clubs, but they signed for us. Why? Because of the manager, Jose Mourinho. And Mourinho is a big brand name. You can like it or not, he's a big brand name. So of course players go come for sign, or going to come to play for him and play with him and have him as their manager. And also they came under the pretense that we were going to challenge for the Premier League title, which we didn't. We finished 6th that season. The second season we tried, in terms of statistics, we finished 2nd place, but the deficit between 1st place and 2nd place, whereas Man City was in 1st place, in another season we would have been like 5th, man. But because Man City was on a different level that season and we were trying to play catch up, it looks like we did decent. But based on Mourinho, he said that was his best ever season in his career. I don't want to misquote him, but he said something along those lines. My point is this, man. We're not going to have the same pool in the transfer window like previous years, man. You understand? Ruben Amorim doesn't have the Mourinho pool. He doesn't. He doesn't have the Pep Guardiola pool. He doesn't. He doesn't have the pool of proper managers. And where's this rain where the weatherman was saying that it would rain? It's not even raining outside. You guys need to stop playing on my radio, man. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say, man. Leave your comments in the comment section, though. I want to hear what you guys have to say on this, man. What's your thoughts on us being linked with Mbeumo? Is your patience up? Is your patience still there? Do you still believe that Manchester United still needs to be patient in signing this player? Where's the patient level? Where's the patient level at? High, medium, or low? What's your thoughts on Sancho? Should we keep Sancho? Because I don't believe we should keep Sancho. We should be selling Sancho. Anthony, all of those players, man, man, those players need to go. Those players need to go. Comments below in the comment section. This is my longest video in a good while. This is my first time I'm doing a video for like almost 2 months now. Last video I did was on the 1st of June, which is not 2 months, but almost 2 months though. But it's over a month. But yeah, leave your comments in the comment section, like and subscribe to the channel. With that being said, I'm out. I'm going to try do more video podcasts, man. But support a brother, man. Like and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments in the comment section. If you like the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, dislike the video. You see that button that look like this? If you like the video, click on this button. If you see a button that looks like this, then click the button and dislike this video. Is me, and if you dislike this video, tell me in the comment section why you dislike this video. Is it because of my hair? I haven't gotten a haircut or something. I don't like, you know, how I look and to shape up or whatever. Or if it's something in relation to the video, let me know in the comment section below, okay? And with that being said, I'm out. I'll see you in the next video podcast. Peace.